Alan Moore swore never to work with Detective Comics again because he felt betrayed by the company. And it all has to do with the Watchmen comic. When Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons created this story, they made several agreements with Detective Comics to publish it. The first said that they would receive 8% in royalties from the comic's sales, 4% for each of them. Everything was fine with this, there was no problem here. Initially, the second agreement stated they would get 10% of all merchandise sales linked to their story. Shortly after the release, Detective Comics put out a pin, posters, and a watch but gave them nothing. Detective Comics claimed the items were promotional, not merchandise, even though they were selling them. Moore and Gibbons' contract failed to clearly define merchandise versus promotional items. Moore stayed calm and said they'd clarify future contracts, but what happened next was the last straw. According to what Moore said in a 1987 interview, he believed that the rights to his characters and the story of Watchmen would eventually return to him. In his words, as far as I understand, when Watchmen finishes being published and DC hasn't used the characters, and yes, his contract said that after a year of not printing Watchmen, they would have the rights. But guess which company kept publishing Watchmen adaptations, reprints, and spin-offs? In that same interview, artist Dave Gibbons said the following: "What would be horrible, and what Detective Comics could certainly do legally, is to have Rorschach with an A Batman or something like that. But I have enough faith to think they won't do that." By 1989, Moore realized that the rights to Watchmen would never return to him and told Detective Comics, "You have tricked me, so I will never work for you again."